This is Toronto Breaking News. As the number of COVID cases continues to rise, the fate of this country is in our hands. Each and every Canadian needs to muster all of their courage and do the only right thing: nothing. That's right. Day and night, we need to sit on our backsides at home and fight against the spread of the coronavirus. Our couches are the front line, and our collective patience is our weapon. You too can become a hero by staying at home. Cancellations are just too numerous to mention, but this important bulletin just in: St. Andrew's College, always ready to do its patriotic duty, has just canceled its annual concert. That's right, an Andrean Christmas at Roy Thompson Hall is a no-go. A huge blow to the students and a disappointment for all the parents and old boys who have tickets to this sold-out show. Terrible news.
April is not the cruelest month. Elliot clearly never heard of COVID.
Well, actually, Elliot wrote that line during the last pandemic, the Spanish flu of 1918.
Elliot? Who's he, the new janitor?
No, T.S. Eliot, The Wasteland. He wrote poetic nonsense like, "Winter kept us warm."
You mean like homework actually made us smart?
And starving actually kept us fed?
And the dead tree gives no shelter, the cricket no relief, and the dry stone no sound of water.
End of days.
Come on, guys. Look, I know we've all got the COVID blues, but things aren't that bad, right?
Oh yeah? Name one thing we have to look forward to.
The wind ensemble concert at Carnegie Hall.
Canceled.
The DECA debates in Australia.
Cancelled.
CESA in Ecuador.
Cancelled.
The McEwen Leadership Conference at Disney.
Cancelled.
The Friday Night McPherson game.
Cancelled!
Spring Smash.
Cancelled.
Christmas.
Okay, but it's not gonna be the same this year. We don't get to put on our show at Roy Thompson Hall.
Come on, you guys. We cannot let the pandemic get in the way of Andrean Christmas. I say we put a show on right here in Worth. Merry Andrean Christmas, everyone. And I'm not talking about that cheap store-bought out Christmas, or even the one that you find at the North Pole. I'm talking about a red and white Friday night SAC Christmas, an Andrean Christmas. So hang out those stockings, boys, and string up the socks.
Haul out the holly, put up the tree before my spirit falls again. Fill up the stocking, I may be rushing things, but deck the halls again now. For we need a little Christmas right this very minute. Candles in the window, carols at the spinet, and we need a little Christmas right this very minute. It hasn't snowed a single flurry, but Santa dear, we're in a hurry. All out the holly, well, once I taught you all to leave each living day. Fill up the stocking, but 'cause of COVID-19, we're all quarantines now. For we need a little Christmas right this very minute. Candles in the window, carols at the spinet, and we need a little Christmas right this very minute. We need a little Christmas now. We need an Andrean Christmas now. We need a little Christmas now.
making a quick trip to see the boys of St. Andrews College. They're having a very special celebration, and I can't miss it, so let's go! But you know, St. Andrews College can meet you anywhere, in Aurora, or many miles from it. An old boy's tie might just as likely turn up in Asia, Africa, South America, the Caribbean, and of course, Canada. And look, there it is, St. Andrews College. And shining like a tinsel star, the Memorial Chapel, where the carol service, the musical highlight of the year, all began. You know, it's been a tradition at St. Andrews College to have the whole school sing at the carol service since 1939. Let's take a peek inside.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angels' voices. Oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine, oh, night, oh, night divine. Sweet hymns of joy in grateful chorus raise we, let all within us praise his holy name. Christ is the Lord. Oh, praise
Good evening and happy holidays. Welcome everybody to an Andrean Christmas. Obviously the biggest night out of the year for the SAC community, but a little different this year because we all can't be out, so we have to do it this way. My name is Rod Black, broadcaster, huge fan of St. Andrews College, and also the dad of an old boy, Tyler Black, class of 2018. We've got a great show for you tonight. It is the holidays, and there is a reason for joy. So please welcome our co-hosts from the class of 21. Here's Matt Roy and Liam Stevenson.
I won't lie to you. The past 8 months have been the longest 3 years of my life. Let's face it, tonight is a big night for SAC, and COVID is not gonna stop it.
We need an Andrean Christmas more than ever. And with a little ingenuity, we've managed to put together a show that's just as much fun as the live one at Roy Thompson Hall.
Hey, wait a minute, Matt. There's no audience. What are we doing here?
Well, you know what they say, Liam. You can't have a virus without a host. And so with that in mind, let's kick off the show with this spectacular SAC Wind Ensemble, conducted by SAC's legendary head of music, Miss Sandy Chasen.
The SAC Cadet Corps took shape in 1905, a long time ago. And by Christmas of 1914, 261 Andrians were serving in the Great War. Here's how one SAC old boy, Mike Malone, who made contact with the German soldiers on Christmas Day, described the historic Christmas truce.
I'm just dropping a line to thank the boys of SAC for their corking Christmas box of candy, rugby ball, and the welcome Christmas card, which reached me in a dugout on the front line. On Christmas Eve, the guns fell silent, and the next day we had rugby matches with the new ball sent by our kind friends at SAC. Sun shining, pipes playing, everyone was happy. So you see, it takes a good lot to upset SAC men and make us forget Christmas. It was an experience of a lifetime and a great hope for future peace when two great foes should on Christmas Day, with all that Christmas implies, lay down their arms and wish each other happiness. I guess this is the strangest Christmas I ever had. And if I am not a man now, after about 5 months of this life, I do not think I ever will be. I sincerely hope that my next Christmas will be spent at home.
Well, it's time now for some jazz, and the Andrean Jazz Quartet under the direction of SAC's newest musical mentor, Ryan Johnson, with piano virtuoso Noah Green, and this dazzling rendition of Chestnuts Roasting by an Open Fire. A whole lot better than that. Here they are.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome the incredible SAC Pipes and Drums under the direction of Matt McIsaac with their moving rendition of Highland Cathedral.
More Andrean Christmas classics still ahead. But now it's time for the grads of 2021 to sing the one song that hits to the heart and soul of every Andrean past and present, the school's unofficial anthem, Amazing Grace. Well, amazing continues in the Andrean Christmas show. Eclectic, nonverbal, percussive, under the direction of Major Brian McHugh. Get ready to have your world rocked and unleash your primal Andrean spirit. Here is the SAC Drum Corps.
That was varsity hockey player Josh Arico as a rather sleepy St. Nick. Now sit back and enjoy Rockin' St. Nick by the middle school band led by Maestro John Richardson.
It came to pass that Joseph went to Bethlehem with Mary, his espoused wife, being great with child.
And so it was that while they were there, Mary should deliver a baby boy. And there, in the same country, were shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night.
And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them and said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord.
Still to come, the hockey sweater, a Canadian classic, gets an SAC makeover. But first, here's Drum Sergeant Noah Jeppesen and Pipe Major Henry Palak, and a moving tribute to the first responders who are putting their lives on the line during this pandemic. You know, I don't host many Christmas shows, and I really don't host many online Christmas shows, but I'm having a great time. I'm a sports guy. I do sports and scores and rivalries, like the greatest maybe of hockey, Montreal Canadiens, Toronto Maple Leafs. Dates back to 1917. I know I covered it. Well, no, I didn't. But I also know the rivalry that exists between St. Andrews College and UCC. It's an intense one, and it has also inspired a remake of a classic from Rock Carrier. Here is St. Andrews College version of the hockey sweater.
Hockey, the greatest game on earth. It's woven into the very fabric of this country, from the Maritimes to the majestic Rockies, from Kitchener to Quebec. It is the beating heart of Canada, and there's nothing I love more. For now, I'm just a stick boy. I take care of the water bottles, the skate sharpening, and the laundry. I clean up the pucks after practice. I operate in the background, watching from behind the bench and holding on to a dream that someday I'll get the call. I'll get my shot. Get a sweater with the crest on the front and my name on the back. Someday I'll join the team. Well, this Christmas suddenly sucks. I guess sometimes you dream about jumping the boards and scoring the game winner on a breakaway, and it comes true. And other times, you get a box of the blues, and your good dream feels a million miles away, because you've gone from wearing that red sweater right back to washing it. you've gone from top shelf to bottom of the league. From Gretz and Bobby Orr to the guy who mops the floor. And you're stuck on the sidelines, taping spare sticks and wondering what the heck Santa was thinking. Oh well, maybe I'll get the call next year. Or maybe I'll never get the call.
When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm, there's a golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on.
Good evening and happy holidays. Much has been learned during these past 9 months. It has become abundantly clear that, as Andrians, we're not in this alone. This pandemic has underlined all that is exceptional about St. Andrew's College. This is a school of proudly resourceful and creative people, a place where our students thrive, even in tough times, and a community that takes care of each other. I don't think I've ever witnessed so many friendly, life-affirming exchanges with students, faculty, staff, and parents. I'm sure that when all this blows over, we'll look back and be amazed at the lasting bonds and wonderful achievements that took root during this time. This was the year that we realized that nothing should be taken for granted. There will be a much deeper appreciation for life's little things, such as being allowed to actually sing "O Canada" while within a group of people. This was the year that, despite all the challenges, St. Andrews continued to grow, both in programs and facilities. This was the year that we announced the creation of our sister school, St. Anne's, a unique arrangement between two very independent schools, one for boys, the other for girls, that will give our students the best of both worlds. I would like to sincerely thank the faculty, staff, students, and parents of this incredible school. To our entire community, please accept my most sincere thanks for your patience, resilience, and unwavering positivity over the past 9 months. It has been a year unlike any other, and Andrean Christmas 2020 is a special celebration of the power of music and the arts to bring us together, to strengthen us as a community, and to reassure us that as Andrians, we'll never walk alone.
Well, it's time to wrap up Andrean Christmas 2020. It's been a different kind of show this year, but we hope that you guys enjoyed it just as much as we have.
But it's not over yet. Now's the part where you get to sing your hearts out.
I want everyone, and I mean everyone, to raise the roof at home as we stay apart, together as one big Andrean family to sing, "O Come All Ye Faithful."
Oh, come all ye faithful.
What a great tradition. The best way to end an Andrean Christmas every year for St. Andrew's College. Well, it was a little different this year, obviously. If you have one holiday wish, how about we all get together and channel our holiday wishes and say that next year we'll all be back at Roy Thompson Hall again. I think we will. I'm Rod Black. We hope you enjoyed the night. We hope you have a happy and safe holiday season. So long, everybody.